because I think, the time has come for most awaited meeting by Dr. Gitendra. Sir,
Recording stopped.
join kar lijiye, sir. Let me just, if all of you are muted.
Recording in progress.
Dr. Gitendra, join please. Malti?
Yes, madam, I am here only.
Aye, sir.
हमारा माइनस हो गया देख
Welcome everybody to this particular meeting. It's a very important meeting, and we will have a series of Gitendra informing everybody. Let me be very frank with you, is that, we have suffered. I'm having insurance for the last 32 years. And I have changed insurance 5 times. First, I had Foxy insurance. Then I changed to Apex, which I kept it for 9 years. And then I changed to Oriental. And then DMA brought a combined kind of a thing. And we said, okay, we will go for, instead of 20 lakhs, we will go for 80, for 1 crore of rupee. And when I applied, and I did not get the insurance. When I followed it up, they told me that, Dr. Jain, you have got 5 litigations against you. We will not give it. So, cheated. I felt very sad about it. Why a person takes insurance? The insurance is only taken for these purposes. And then there was an interruption. Interruption has been there many times, but we do not know anything earlier about there has been interruption. And finally, now I have a new India insurance with me. I find, after working with the Delhi Medical Council and MCI and now NMC, I find insurance is very much needed. Gynecologists have 50% litigations. And they are increasing. We are the most vulnerable. So, one thing is clear, that answer has to come from all of us. Do I require indemnity insurance? There is no doubt we require it. And minimum it should be for 1 crore. Dr. Gitendra is going to brief you why you should have 1 crore. Now, which insurance should you take? All insurance come from the government. There are 4 bodies. Everybody takes from them only. कोई प्राइवेट इंश्योरेंस नहीं है, सब इन्हीं से लेते। और अगर हमें 1 करोड़ की इंश्योरेंस करानी है तो हमारे को 10-11 हजार रुपए देने पड़ते हैं। उसमें कोई किसी की इनायत नहीं है। फॉक्सी में लेंगे वहीं तभी उतना लेंगे, किसी भी से लेंगे उतने ही पैसे लगते। Now second question comes after having 5 litigations against me. Now I have 2 pending. In one I lost. The tuberculosis famous thing is lost. Now it is there in national. And in another one, I'm implicated where I'm nowhere involved. I'm implicated because somebody had missed malformation of the heart. So they're implicating me without producing any paper of mine. Now, secondly is, we require lawyer. My experience of lawyers had been very, very bad. You hire a lawyer and the lawyers never reach the court. They keep telling you, Doctor Sahab, aapko aane ki zarurat nahi, hum log manage kar lenge, Doctor. And the result hai ki na to hum gaye, na wo gaye, and you lost the case. Secondly, majority of the lawyers where we lose the cases because we are not well represented. हम उनको जो भी बताते हैं वो पता नहीं अपनी भाषा में क्या लिखते हैं. Secondly is, time has come that we should have a preventive insurance. And I think, let Dr. Leena brief you also after me, and then we will have a talk by Dr. Gitendra. One thing is very clear. People in a private sector require insurance. People in a public sector also require insurance. People who are postgraduate also require insurance. The senior residents also require insurance. Everybody requires insurance. कोई सरकारी नौकरी में काम करता है वो उससे इम्यून नहीं है. लिटिगेशन किसी को भी आ सकती है. एम्स का फेमस केस आपको मालूम है, 17 डॉक्टर इन्वॉल्व थे. देन DU वगैरह के केसेस हैं जहां पर कि the senior residents and the postgraduates have been involved into these cases. So I think these people everybody can get involved. Dr. Leena, you wish to speak something before Dr. Gitendra talks? We have to have 3 answers. कितनी की इंश्योरेंस करानी है, किससे करानी है, जब हमारे ट्रबल होगी कौन सा लॉयर हमें करना है, and do I require a preventive lawyer? So 365 days, 24 hours, in case we need them, we should be able to contact them. I think with that particular idea, I will ask Dr. Gitendra to go on. And now there are many people who are suffering. I can see Shakuntala, I can see Dr. Pratibha, I can see many people are here who are going to share their experience. Dr. Gitendra, over to you.
Good afternoon, everybody. And once again, thanks, Dr. Sharda Madam, for giving me the opportunity to speak on indemnity insurance. So a few days back, we had a lecture in our PGD MLS group regarding indemnity insurance on demand, because many people were confused that what insurance we should take. And that's why there was a demand that this topic should be discussed. And when we discussed this topic during our lecture, so many people were not knowing about preventive approach and availability of such services of preventive approach. So that came into mind of everybody, and somehow Madam liked the preventive approach most, and rather an offer was made to me by Madam that I will approach everybody and everybody should take this preventive immunity insurance. It is not an indemnity insurance, but it is an immunity insurance. So let us begin with the lecture. I will like to take a small short lecture, and after that we will have a discussion on this topic. So let me share my slides. Okay. So today we are going to discuss about indemnity insurance. Hope my slides are visible and I am audible. Okay.
Visible.
So this is the first slide, which shows that nowadays what is the kind of life our medical professionals are living. Every now and then they are facing difficulties during the practice, and every evening they feel I can say that happy that they have passed litigation free whole day. So medical litigations are increasing day by day, and constantly they are increasing. Ignorance of law is no excuse, as we all know that we are supposed to know all laws. It is said that an ounce of prevention is worth a pound of cure. That means prevention is better than cure, and you can prevent litigation only by having proper knowledge. We all know there are multiple prosecutors, but only one defendant, that is doctor. So doctor can be sued in civil court, can be sued in consumer fora, can be sued in police, or criminal case can be filed in court. Complaint against doctor can be filed in state medical council, national medical council. They may be filed in different commission, human right commission, women right commission. And nowadays, in the era of clinical establishment act, even complaint can be filed in the offices of CMO. So there are multiple fora, including Chief Minister's Office, Prime Minister's Office, where patient can file a complaint. And whenever a complaint is filed, we are definitely answerable to each and every forum. So we all know the unfortunate case of VP Shanta versus Union of India. And in that case, the medical professionals were brought under Consumer Protection Act. And after that case, the new talk of town was that producers and consumer. So we are now service providers and patient has become consumer. So he who pays the piper, this was the principle after the CPA, that he who pays the piper calls the tune. Means patient will decide what kind of treatment patient needs. We all know previously orthopedic were number one, but now gynecologists have surpassed the orthopedicians, and now we are number one. And we all know that amount of compensation is increasing day by day, and that is a big problem we have to face in future. We don't know how much amount of compensation we will have to pay in a single case. So in 1999, we all know the maximum amount of compensation was given in the case of V. Chandrasekhar, who was a table tennis player. And in that case against Apollo Hospital, Chennai, the 19 lakhs rupees compensation was granted. And that was maximum in the 1995. While in 2009, in the case of Prashant Dhananka against Nizam Institute of Medical Sciences, Hyderabad, the compensation amount rose to 1 crore rupees, and with interest, it rose to 2 crore rupees. And later on, we all know in 2013 against Amri Hospital, the case of Anuradha Saha, in that rupees 5.96 crore rupees compensation was granted, and with interest, it rose to 11.5 crore rupees against Amri Hospital, Calcutta. So, dear friend, we must know what is indemnity and what is indemnity insurance and what care we should take while deciding that what kind of insurances we should take. So, professional indemnity insurance, see, in that the basic policy is meant for professionals to cover liability falling on them as a result of errors and omissions committed by them. So, while rendering your professional services, if any fault or any error is done by you, and if you damage the party taking services, then you will have to compensate them, and that compensation will be covered by this professional indemnity insurance. We all know in the case of IMA versus VP Shanta, the Supreme Court has given the decision that there are 7 kinds of different profession, and medical is one profession, engineering is another, chartered accountant is also profession, advocate means lawyer is also a profession, then insurance agent is also considered as a professional, architect is also professional. So there are different kinds of professions which are defined in that particular case. So there are 7 kinds of different professional, and whenever any professional cause any error, that is to be covered by this indemnity policy. What is the basic meaning of the word indemnity? Indemnity means making good for losses. So that means first you are supposed to pay the losses, and that losses will be paid by the indemnity insurance company to you on later date. So first you will have to bear the losses, and then only insurance company will cover. Let us understand who should take such insurances. So we all know that a doctor doing private practice have to take insurance. If you are working in some trust hospital or private institution, definitely you have to take insurance. Doctors working even in government hospital, there are multiple cases decided against government hospitals and doctors working in government hospital. So they are now also not immune, and that's why they also require insurance cover. The cases are filed against doctors working in ESIS hospital, trust hospitals, and even army hospital. So nobody is immune. So every doctor who is working even in ESIS or army or any other kind of hospital, they are also supposed to take this insurance. PG students are also not immune. So junior or senior residents are also being prosecuted in many cases. So let us see one example, a few examples that government doctors are also covered under this. So even though in government hospital we treat the patient free of cost, but even then they are nowadays in a few cases considered as consumer and compensation is granted to them. See, this was the case against PGI Chandigarh. This is something in Samrala Civil Hospital, Pavitr Singh versus State of Punjab. And this was a clear-cut case of tubal ligation and NTP done by the doctor, and compensation was granted to the patient against Samrala Civil Hospital in Punjab. Another case, this is Jagjeevan Pal versus PGI Chandigarh. So again, in this case, 2.5 lakhs rupees compensation was granted. There are multiple such cases. Say Anil Jain, medical officer, civil surgeon, the case decided against him. Master Akash versus Government of India against Kalavati, Saran Children Hospital, that is a government hospital. Rajendra Prasad versus AIMS Hospital, the case was decided against Dr. State Commission. So basically, there are multiple cases which are decided against a government hospital. The most important, we should know that in Tamil Nadu, there was a case decided against Tamil Nadu government hospital, state of Tamil Nadu, in the case of V. Krishna Kumar, where a newborn became blind due to retinopathy of prematurity. And in that case, 1.8 crore rupees compensation was granted. So we have to take care. See, these all cases, we all know in year 2000, the first case was decided in Gujarat. That was the case of state of Gujarat versus Bhanu Danji, Mason Danji Gadvi. And in that case, in year 2000, that was the case of 1997. But it was decided against junior and senior residents. They have to,
What insurance you should have?
in case of Amit Sarkar, again, who was the junior resident, the case was decided against him. So there are multiple cases against the junior residents, senior residents of different college. This was the case of Mandeep Kaur versus PGI Chandigarh. And in this case, 3 residents were made a party. This was again a case, Madam has already discussed, this was the case of Gulshan Bala versus Postgraduate Institute of Medical Sciences, that is PGI Chandigarh. And in that 5 students were made party, and the award is being given against them. So we have to be careful. This is the example of the case against doctor working in ESI hospital, that is Kishore Lal versus Chairman, Employee State Insurance Company. So in 2007, a case was decided against the doctor working in ESI hospital. And even army hospitals are not immune. This was the case of Sudha Garg versus Union of India. And this was decided against doctor. Doctor had to pay 5 lakhs rupees for this CPA complaint. Again, in the case of Alka Srivastava, for missing abnormality in the fetus on USG, she had to pay 5 lakhs rupees. That was the case decided against Base Hospital, Delhi. So Base Command Hospital is in Delhi, we all know. So these are all the cases decided against different hospitals. So we have to be careful, and I am trying to emphasize that whether you are a senior resident, junior resident, whether you are government servant, whether you are trust hospital servant, but you will have to take indemnity insurance, and without insurance you cannot practice nowadays. We all know that these are all insurances for doctors, but simultaneously hospital is also a separate person in the eyes of law, and that's why you have to take a separate indemnity policy for the hospital also. So your hospital is also to be indemnified. Although if you are running one proprietary firm where you are the only doctor, you may argue in the court of law that my hospital is not a separate person. But it depends on the court to decide. It is the discretionary, on the discretion of court to decide that whether they will allow that case against your hospital to be withdrawn or not. So basically, it is always a good habit that you should take insurance of your hospital separately. Now the question comes in our mind that how much is too much? How much insurance should be taken? So, dear friends, we have seen different cases, and in all the cases, the amount of compensation which we had discussed is against a hospital, but against a single doctor, the maximum amount of compensation till date is 72 lakhs rupees. And that's why we always tell that you should indemnify yourself at least for 1 crore rupees. The amount of this indemnity depends on the cadre of the patient which you are treating. So suppose if you are treating Mukesh Ambani like patients in a daily practice, then you will have to indemnify more. So you have to take decision that what kind of patients you are dealing with. For hospital, we all know that maximum amount of compensation is 11.6 crore with interest. So we always advise that if you are having a corporate hospital of more than 100 beds or 50 or 100 beds, then it is a better idea to at least indemnify yourself for at least 20 crore rupees. We all know there are worse things in life than death. Have you ever spent an evening with an insurance salesman? That is even worse than the death. So basically, whenever an insurance person comes to you, so you try to understand that what is that insurance, but they will never come out with the facts, and they will only discuss a few important 3-4 things with you, and they will try to convince you to take the insurance. But later on, when you make a contract with them, then they will come with the 15-17 pages document, and that document is also in small letters which you will never take burden to read at all, and you sign, and once you sign, then you are in a problem. So basically, whenever you sign, you must see a few things. So what are a few things which we should keep in our mind, or we should at least know in this indemnity insurance? So in indemnity insurance, while taking insurance, we must know what is AOA and what is AOY. AOA means any one accident, and AOY means any 1 year. So AOA limit, which is the maximum amount paid for any one accident, and AOY means which is the maximum amount payable for each year in total. So suppose you are taking insurance, indemnity insurance of 1 crore rupees, but if you are taking in the ratio of 1:4, AOA to AOY ratio is 1:4, then for one incident you will only be compensated up to 25 lakhs rupees. So to avoid these problems, we always tell our colleague, our fraternity member, that always take 1:1 ratio of AOA to AOY. That may increase a little amount of your installment, but premium, but it will cover you in a better manner, because even if there will be one accident in whole year, you will be covered up to 1 crore rupees. And if there are more than one incident, so total amount of compensation till it is 1 crore will be paid by the. Second thing we must know, that is the retroactive date. So many of our friends frequently change their insurance company. So retroactive date means the date, first date from which you are covered under this insurance scheme. So that we must know that even when you change the insurance company, you should try to negotiate with them not to change the retroactive date, because retroactive date is the date after which they will cover, and any case before that retroactive date, that company is not going to cover. We all know that as I have mentioned, that AOA to AOY ratio should be 1:1, and I have also mentioned that there are different kinds of professions. So in almost all profession except medical this field, the maximum benefit given to the professional is 1:4. So nobody is allowed to take 1:1. Only medical people have been given benefit that they can take insurance with the AOA to AOY ratio 1:1. So whenever you take insurance, please keep this in mind that it should be in the ratio of 1:1. Retroactive date, as we have discussed, the date on which your cover starts. So for the period of gap, you will not be covered if there is any gap in retroactive date of previous insurance and now whatever you have taken. One more thing you are supposed to keep in mind, that no insurance company divulges at the time of taking insurance that what is claim based or what is event based insurance, indemnity insurance. See, event based means suppose you are insured with one company in between 2016 to 2018, and now one patient who was treated in 2017 developed some complication, and he has or she has filed a case in 2021. So will insurance company cover that incidence? Answer is yes. If it is event based, then insurance company will cover. But if it is claim based, then they won't cover. They will tell that now you are not our part, attached with us. So if on the day of claim, if you are not our client, then we will not cover you. So before taking insurance, this clarification should be done, that whether our policy is claim based or event based. Otherwise, insurance company do mischief with the doctors. So whenever an event based case is filed against doctor, they say that your policy is claim based, so we will not cover. And when claim based, if you go to some company for claim based insurance, then they will say no, your this insurance was event based, so now we will not cover this. So these are all excuses of insurance company. They will be able to use against you. So before taking insurance, you have to clarify that whether your insurance is claim based or event based. In most of the group insurances, like insurance in MLAG, that is Medical Legal Action Group, run by Dr. Neeraj Nagpal in Chandigarh. So in all those, the policy is claim based. So many insurance companies are not offering event-based insurance nowadays. So we have to be careful for that. What policies cover? So policies cover, they cover liability on them as a result of error or omission committed by them while rendering the professional service. And they also cover the lawyer expenses. So either they may provide their own lawyer or they may give you the lawyer's fee for your safety. So what policies they do not cover? So whenever you take such insurance, we must always read that what are the exclusions in it. Many things are written in exclusions. So liability arising from any criminal act or act in violation of any law or ordinance is not covered. So basically criminal liability is not covered by most of the insurance. Maximum they can cover the amount or fee up to a certain limit paid to the criminal lawyer. That can be covered, but not beyond that. Nothing is to be covered by the insurance company. Services rendered under the influence of alcohol or narcotic substance. So suppose you are operating a patient under the effect of alcohol, and if it will be known to the insurance company, then they will not cover any error done by you under the effect of intoxicating substance. Dental treatment under general anesthesia done on dental chair, except in a hospital. So that is also not covered. So basically minor procedures or major procedures which are done under general anesthesia in a small dental setup, they are also not covered. Then use of drugs for weight reduction. So if something has happened to you due to these use of these drugs, then that will also not be covered. Previously, plastic surgeries were not covered, but now a few companies have come out that they will cover plastic surgery also, but they a little bit they increase the amount of premium. AIDS-related conditions are not covered due to intentional or non-compliance of statutory provision. Now, this is again; these are all the things which are which can be which have ambiguous interpretation. So non-compliance of statutory provision. So suppose your hospital is not registered under a particular act like Shop and Establishment Act or Nursing Home Registration Act or Technical Establishment Act, which is mandatory by law. So if something happens in your hospital, that company will deny to compensate you, that you have not followed the compliances under different statutory provisions. So that kind of excuses are there. Personal injuries such as libel, false arrest or defamation, mental injury, shock, etc. Is not covered. That means suppose some patient is putting some material in WhatsApp or in different Facebook or different social media which defames you and which decreases your practice. So that decrease in your practice will never be covered by any insurance company. Genetic injuries caused by X-ray and radioactive substances are also not covered. Liability to employees, apprentice, contractors, these are all workman compensation. And if we are running one big hospital, then it is a good thing that you should either register in ESIS, and if you are not registered in ESIS, then take the workman compensation insurance for your labor work. Anything injury caused by intentional disregard of technical or administrative management of the need to take all care to prevent claims. Now again, this is a tactful thing, that suppose your staff has done some mistake, and if you have not informed that my staff is not qualified. So if your staff is unqualified, then you have to specifically mention in the policy that even your unqualified staff will be covered. So your technical staff should be either qualified, or if you are taking insurance for indemnity insurance, then you have to inform that indemnity insurance that your staff is unqualified. So what policies do not cover? Multiple list, big list is there. So I am not going into detail that what policies do not cover. What policies cover? We have discussed that lawyer fee and compensation amount they cover. What are the companies available? So we know there are 4 main government companies: Oriental Insurance, New India Insurance, General Insurance, and United Commercial Insurance Company. These are the 4 basic companies. Most of the private companies who are giving indemnity like Dockland or Apex or other insurance company, I may not remember many names, but almost all, even there we are having group insurances. All insurance companies are taking ultimate insurance with these government companies, and by adding their few facilities, they add their own fee into it and they take from you. So basically this has become an earning business type of thing, and the people who have no knowledge of medical legal field or legal field, they have entered and they have become broker like persons. So suppose some broker is taking 200 insurances at a time, then insurance company will give him 50% benefit. They will pass on to you 25% benefit, and 25% benefit will be their direct earning. So that kind of business is going on, and whatever names I have told, these are a few examples of these companies only. Most of the other small service providers have tie up with this government company, and they take benefit from the companies by providing that. If you group insurances, they are dealing in a different way. Suppose there is a group of 1,000 doctors like AMC. So what they do, they take in premium from 1,000 doctors, but they insure only 500 doctors with the insurance company. And what they say that we are not going to give you the names of the doctor, but overall 500 doctors should be covered. And they only pay the insurance premium of 500 doctors and all 1,000, because everybody will understand that all 1,000 doctors will not be prosecuted in 1 year. So they will cover only 500 doctors and they will pay the premium of 500 doctors, so that other 500 doctors premium will be the earning of the association. So these are the kind of tie-ups done by different association. We all know Foxy is also having one insurance, but there are many things which are not till date cleared even in those insurances, and we have to ask for the detailed clarification from them. Many medical associations are running their own professional protection scheme. Even IMA and our Gujarat state branch of Indian Medical Association is also running professional protection scheme. Previously, they were in a profit, and even they built a building of 5 crore rupees for this scheme. But now, as the amount of compensation is increasing day by day, and the cases are filed against doctor are on rise, so now they are in the constraint of financial constraint, and they have to take more premium from the doctors. So basically, we individual policy when we take, so nobody will negotiate with you. But whenever you will make a group, and if you will bargain with an insurance company, then you can definitely bargain with a few conditions. In group insurance like AMC and Policy and others, we can negotiate for the good, because rejection will be less in group policy. Good lawyers can be appointed on panel in consultation. So you can ask that even medical legal consultation should be allowed. So in a few associations, they are allowing you to take medical legal consultation over and above the legal consultation. Outside court settlement, normally it is not allowed in any indemnity insurance. But if you are taking group insurance, you can tell company that there should be some system of out of court settlement also. So they can make a committee like thing out in which 5 members should be there, 2 members from our association, 2 members from their company, and 1 independent person should be there. The 5% may take decision that in a particular case whether out of court settlement to be done or not. If they consider that out of court settlement should be done in a particular case, they may allow out of court settlement. Lapse will be condoned. See, in recent Oxy scheme, they have condoned that even we will be covering your pre-existing case. So if you are having pre-existing case, even those cases will be covered by a few insurance company if you are taking group insurances. So premium can be reduced by taking this group insurance. So these are all the things. Some companies are providing financial help to deal with criminal cases. So like in our Proxy policy, it is said that we will provide you the criminal lawyer fee. But if you will win the case, only then we will provide the criminal lawyer fees. If you lose the case, then we will not provide you the criminal lawyer's fees. So these are all the things which we should keep in our mind, that these are all different fora where case can be filed against doctor. But indemnity insurance company mainly deal with the consumer cases or cases in the civil code, criminal cases, cases in medical council, state or national medical council, Human Rights Commission, PCPNDT cases, cases under ICMR or Birth and Death Registration Act, cases under Clinical Establishment Act. These all the cases which are not covered by any insurance company. So suppose if any case is filed against you under PCPNDT, no insurance company is going to answer your notice or give you any advice. So basically, they will only cover consumer cases only, and that also after you receive the notice. So before you receive the notice, they will not help you in any manner. So we have to be careful that we all know that courts are not the courts of justice, they are the courts of evidences, and documentation is the only evidence in our hand. So if our documentation is powerful, only then we can save ourselves. So most of the insurance company comes into picture after you receive the notice, official legal notice, and till that date, you have already made your documents, you have already handed over the documents to the patients or the relatives. Then there is no chance to withdraw your document or make another piece of document. So everything which has been argued by the lawyers of this insurance company will depend upon your documentation. So basically, what we were discussing, that we have one immunity indemnity services. That is, immunity means there are a few medical legal people who have started giving immunity. Immunity is a preventive approach. So whenever there is an apprehension in any case, that a case may be filed against me. So in that particular case, you can get your document prepared in a very perfect manner, so that even if case will go in any court, you will never lose a case. So dear friends, we have to be careful now, but the problem in our society is that everybody feels that I am safe, so I should not take this kind of insurance, let other people think of that. So this approach is to be changed. So I feel this picture is the reflection of mindset of our profession. Sooner or later, we will all sink if we don't unite and take decisive remedies. And please get united and do best to your society. So we have to be together if we want to save ourselves from the mouth of big whale. And we have to approach in a group manner. So see here, whale comes, and by gathering, all can save themselves from the big whale. So union is the strength, that is the message. Hope I am not confusing you much, because we all know that decision making for deciding that which insurance to be taken is very difficult, and there are multiple choices available, and most of us get confused while taking decision. So what is the problem? See, we all know that there are enemies amongst ourselves. So, and most of the seniors nowadays don't come to help us because they feel that they will be caught in different legal matters. So we are not getting nowadays even expert opinions. So we have to be, I can say that we should help our colleague rather than dropping him down. We all know that black sheeps are always there in all professions, and in most of the cases, in 40% of the cases, our colleagues are only causing damage to the fraternity member. So these types of black sheeps to be pointed out and to be taken care of by the associations. So we all know that we appoint lawyer in our case, but the problem is that lawyer knows the law and they don't understand the language of medical science. So this is the situation. This lady is a medical person, and now she is facing problem, and she is asking lawyer in a medical language to do something, and see what he has done. So basically, lawyer do not understand the legal language, medical language, and medical person cannot speak legal language which a lawyer can understand. So there is a medical legal person who is a bridge amongst medical and legal person. So services of person who converts legal language into a medical and medical language into a legal is must. Nobody provides preventive advice. Nobody guides you how to prepare a document on apprehension of litigation beforehand. Nobody covers PCP, NDT, Biomedical Waste Act, State Medical Council and Medical Council of India complaint, and complaint in CMO's office like that. So basically, whenever you are in problem, you must take medical advice from your senior, legal advice from the advocates, and nowadays medical legal advice you have to take from a medical legal person, because they may be more helpful in your. Involve always an expert, and it is a teamwork. So whenever you receive a notice or a case is filed against you, involve medical person, legal person, as well as medical legal person. Is the insurance enough? Now the question comes in our mind. See, most of the insurance, they comes into picture only after you receive notice or case is filed. So that means insurance is never enough. So whatever kind of insurance you are having, it is a good advice that you should take one immunity insurance. That is immunity before something happens. what kind of prevention you can do against that litigation. So will you be tension free after taking indemnity insurance? The answer is no, because in most of the cases the defense is to the lawyer is to be provided by you. The documentation is to be provided by you. So if your documentations are lacking, if you cannot provide medical references in a proper manner to the lawyer, then you can never win the case in the court of law, because court is blind. They only see the evidences. And if you don't provide evidences in a proper manner, then you will be in a big problem. So will you be bothered about your own defense? Answer is yes, because lawyer is always tell that you provide me the defense. I will only represent your case. And even after you provide some defenses, the lawyer may or may not put it in a proper manner in the court of law. So it is always advisable that whenever your case is going on in the court, you should be vigilant enough to keep an eye on the lawyer, that what he is producing as an evidence in the court of law and whether he is appearing on a particular date or not. So most of the cases doctor loses because lawyers do not appear in the court of law on dates, and they are not producing the proper documents in the court of law in the defense of doctor. So because the best of the lawyer will be dependent on the evidences provided by you only, this simply means only you ultimately will have to fight your own case. And our courts are not the courts of justice, they are court of evidences. So medical legal people are the person who is bridging the gap between the law and medicine. And immunity services provided by medical legal people is the best service which we should avail. So you need someone to save you from getting into trouble. So we have to have one preventive approach to help ourselves. Is there any product which gives you all these services along with indemnity cover? Answer is yes. There are insurance companies who are above, over and above insurance, and that is known as immunity and indemnity insurance. So, dear friends, we had seen the first slide. Now we are seeing this slide. This doctor doesn't know anything about the law, and he cannot do practice in day-to-day with all kinds of laws. So here comes the medical legal practitioner for the help of the doctor, and this medical legal practitioner will guide the doctor in such a way so that he can be able to do the practice in a defensive manner, in a proper manner. So whenever you need me, I will always be there for your help. And our colleague used to say that please keep my card below your pillow, but I avoid saying that and canvassing for myself, and I always tell my friends that please keep me in your heart. And we are providing an immunity services for the benefit of our fraternity members on a very nominal rates, and hope I am not confusing you. The name of our insurance company is that is known as B and S, Indemnity and Immunity Services. So if we all together want to avail the facility of our immunity and indemnity services, we can definitely be able to negotiate in a better manner with our fraternity members if they come into a group. So, dear friends, thank you very much. Yes, madam. आवाज नहीं आ रही मैडम आपकी. We are not getting your voice.
One thing is very clear, we have to take indemnity insurance. Can you hear me now?
Yes, madam.
Yes. And it has to be minimum ₹1 crore. One thing is clear. Dr. Gitendra has very clearly said that they are indirectly also are taking from the government insurance. So he will be able to say, that, from where, in case if we take it from him, he was very hesitant. Last time when there was a talk going on, he never said that I am the best. It is very difficult for anybody to say that I am the best. इंश्योरेंस तो आपको लेनी पड़ेगी, उसके लिए आपको पैसा देना पड़ेगा. किसी से भी, किसी भी गवर्नमेंट ऑर्गेनाइजेशन में से लोगे, पैसा उतना ही है. इनके थ्रू लो या आप डायरेक्टली लो, बिल्कुल बराबर. सेकेंडली इज, जब आपके अगेंस्ट केस आ जाएगा तब आपको लॉयर ढूंढना ही पड़ेगा, वो देरी हो जाएगी. He has floated a concept what is called preventive indemnity insurance. So it is immunity plus indemnity insurance. Now, for this, taking this particular cover, so you are, when you sleep, you are absolutely peaceful. 365 days, we can consult these people and they can definitely guide you from time to time. For any services you take, so you have to pay for it. Now, I will give you an example, whether you take it from the Apex or whether you take any company. Say 10,000 rupees is for insurance or 11,000 is for insurance for 1 crore of rupee. They charge something big amount for, जब कभी होगा तो हम आपको lawyers देंगे, ये देंगे. Lawyers उनके third class होते हैं कि we lose the case. So now the time has come that we must think about having immunity insurance also. Doctor had not spelled it out last time, but people like me think about it. If it's a big number, our money can be small. If we have a small number, our money will be big. So I feel in case if there are 200 people, we pay 10,000 rupees over and above the insurance for 1 crore of rupees, which is equal for everybody. Please mute yourself. Then, we pay 10,000 rupees to these people. And, every year, 10,000 rupees goes to them. And then whenever we are hit with a case, three things, there are two options. मैंने इम्यूनिटी इंश्योरेंस नहीं ली है, तो मेरे को जब केस आएगा तो मैं पैसे दे के अपना काम कराऊंगा. One thing is very clear that I feel lawyer, gynecologist के लिए, चाहे और कोई डॉक्टर्स के लिए, हितेंद्र से बढ़िया नहीं है. ये मैं कह सकती हूँ. मुझको कोई अंडरहैंड, कोई पैसा नहीं मिला, कोई कुछ नहीं मिला. You know my integrity. I know it. तो इससे बढ़िया कोई बंदा नहीं है, ये और हितेश. Secondly, अगर he is offering, he did not offer. The other day I said his amount of money was double, he was trying to say. I said, no, we will pay you 10,000 rupees per year and we will take immunity insurance. But for that condition is 200 people should join. Then only you will have this immunity over and now indemnity insurance. So at least the confusion in our mind is not there. Who is the lawyer going to be? We know the lawyer is going to be this. Over and above, when we are hit with the cases, we are taking an immunity insurance. And I think it is a time has come that the last time he floated the concept and we should definitely grab it. Dr. Leena, you want to say something? Dr. Leena, Dr. Shakuntala, I can see Dr. Pratibha Garg.
Yes, ma'am.
Please.
Ma'am, I just wanted to add that I think that the best concept that Dr. Gitendra brought about was about protective medical legal consultancy. That is, whenever we apprehend, like for example, you have a DOT today, you think things have gone wrong, but you feel you did your best. And you want to just know that whatever you have written in the documents, everything is perfect because the patient may or may not litigate. Because you've done everything. You've done the counseling, you've put your points, everything there. So the person to tell you and a person who's knowledgeable of the medical legal aspect as well as about medicine is the best person to tell us whether our documents are in order. So I think that's the best form of insurance we can aspire for as gynecologists. I mean, each one of us has faced a PPH. I think Anyone who hasn't has actually really not worked. So with PPH, you see that, so many decisions are taken on the table, so many consents are taken, and most of the time the outcome is good, but there may be cases where the outcomes are not good despite your best efforts. So what we have to understand is that, not always are we able to get best results, but what we can always aim for is having our papers up to date so that nobody can, say, a month later, 2 months later, 1 year later, find faults in your documents. For that, we need someone, who tells us that, yes, your documents are absolutely right, or no, you need to add 1, 2, 3, or these points in it, so that your documents are submitted to your MRD much, much before any such thing happens. That's the only way that we can avoid. That is the most important, and I want to stress that. The second point that you, ma'am, mentioned is about that, okay, you don't want to take preventive medical legal consultancy. Somebody feels, okay, I have never had such a thing, but yes, this may happen tomorrow. So that person may go for the second step, that is, okay, you received a summons, then you hire a person, a lawyer, or you hire the professional services to guide you on how to prepare your defense. That is the second part. But on my part, what I feel is preventive is the most superior, and we should all go for preventive medical legal consultancy. That was one of the reasons I really enjoy hearing this talk again and again. I think this time he has added a new dimension. He has stressed upon the preventive aspect much more in this session. Can't hear you, ma'am. Ma'am, you are muted.
I will just. Many people have a hitch. Gitendra is sitting in Ahmedabad, from where he is going to get you you have to file the case in Delhi. So in what way he is going to be helpful? Why? Here I wish to tell you, Gitendra is here in Delhi for 10 days in a month. One thing is clear. Secondly, Gitendra has to, I have got, 1 or 2 lawyers are here who have been working for a very senior lawyer, and, what they do is that, they have junior lawyers with them, and different courts are assigned to them. So the similar kind of, I promise to Dr. Gitendra that as far as Delhi is concerned, I can give him 4 lawyers right away, will be headed by one particular person, and once your work will get started, they have a group of 10, 12 they can make, and they're all ladies, so they will be more sincere. So that is the latest step. That hitch should not be there in your mind. Who is going to fight your cases in the courts? I think that if things have to become, I think the time has come that from consultancy, Dr. Gitendra has to move on to that particular area as well. Dr. Gitendra, you want to say something before I ask Shakuntala to make a comment?
No, madam. We always tell one thing that we have felt in our practice, in day-to-day practice, that whenever doctor falls in problem, they used to call us. And when they call us, either they are very late in calling us, because suppose something has happened today and they started contacting us. Now they send their documents, then we rectify those documents. So that takes time. So it is always late. So if you have such services, then definitely, first of all, you can take immediate services. Second thing, that even in our day-to-day practice, we have many queries in our mind. So that will also be solved by these immunity services. So we are not only providing this documentation service, but in our day-to-day practice, we have many queries in our mind. So that queries will also be solved by this immunity services. Moreover, if you will want to know that what kind of documentation will be a proper documentation. So during in these services, we also provide a legal proper documents to you, that in what particular manner you should put a document, you should keep your documentation. Fourth thing, that if you are in bulk, as we had discussed previously also, So we can have one or two or more than that lectures every year, so that we can guide you through those lectures, that how to maintain document and what to do and what not to do. So basically we can communicate with each other very frequently through that fora, and we can help our fraternity member. One thing we should always keep in mind, that if you will count, earning is not the purpose of giving these services. To sustain these services, something is required, we all know, and only that much we want to charge. Other than that, we don't want to charge our fraternity member. So if you feel that these services are good, only then, and if you can gather together, then we will definitely be able to provide it in a better manner.
Now here I wish to tell you, Dr. Gitendra was bombarded ki Foxy ki insurance le ki nahi le from 100 people. And he was very hesitant to say, look, I am the best. He could not get the guts to say this. And I put words in his mouth, to bhaiya Dr. Gitendra, aap kyun nahi bolte ki tum kar sakte ho? So this is what it is. I will ask, I have had 5 litigation, and at present I have 2 litigations. My friend Dr. Pratibha Singhal also has been like me, and I think I have never occurred that kind of financial loss. But Pratibha Singhal went through a very bad time. Pratibha is going to share her experience. Very short, Dr. Pratibha.
Yeah. Good evening, ma'am, and good evening to all friends. I think Dr. Gitendra and Dr. Sharda ma'am well know that first case occurred in my nursing home, where it was a patient who was induced and rapidly progressed in about 6 hours. And I was with the patient all the time. And at the last stage, when she had a distress, when the head was at the outlet fully rotated, I just applied the outlet forceps and gently took out the baby, and the shoulders got stuck. I made full efforts following the protocols, but the brachial plexus injury occurred. Now, this person, despite being advised from All India Institute not to touch the baby for 3 months, he went to Paris and then to US within 3 months and got the baby operated twice, leading to a permanent injury. And then he sued me for 1 crore of rupees. I fought up the case. At that time, I didn't know about Dr. Gitendra. I don't think their company was existing at that time. And I was very hesitant to take help of Dr. Sharda ma'am also, because in Noida, doctors don't like to talk to each other about their personal matters. So I got the case prepared by one of my close neighbors, because they are advocate by profession. So then I went to State Commission, where I lost, and I had to pay 17 lakhs to the party. Despite that, I appealed to this National Commission. But I was asked to deposit the money and then proceed. There it went on from, the whole case went on for 10 full years. From 2004 till 2014, and National Commission, although accepted all the literature that I produced in support of shoulder dystocia and brachial plexus injury, and then finally they said that your records are not complete, you have not got the blood sugar done, because that guy did not submit the sugar reports. My pathologist refused to give me the old reports. As a result, on petty thing, they made the status quo. And then, of course, I didn't proceed to Supreme Court, because the opposite party also did not proceed. So this was one of my suffering for 10 years. And then one recent incident happened in Cloud9. A patient whom I had seen on 8th of March, on 9th evening, she came with labor pains, 40 weeks pregnancy. And the SR on duty, she was a fully qualified girl with 7 years post-PG experience. She saw and she told me, ma'am, she is in early labor, 1 finger. NST is okay, she has little leaking. And what are your advice? So I told her to proceed with her admission and put her on continuous monitoring, send all the investigations and the antibiotics. By the time this girl, senior resident, of course, was monitoring the patient continuously, and after the enema and part preparation and the clothes change, they put the NST and they found the fetal heart to be around 60 to 80. At that point of time, this senior resident immediately took all the preventive measures. And by the time she informed me, I reached, And then I found that it was already an intrauterine fetal death, which I confirmed by ultrasound. I went and told that person that, look, unfortunately, the baby has been lost and I will not do the cesarean, although everything was ready. The SR on duty was washed up with her hands right up, and the anesthetist was about to give spinal when I reached, but I thought, let me hear the fetal heart, because with a fetal heart of 60 beats per minute, we have to be sure before proceeding for cesarean. And to my disappointment, it was not there, which I conveyed it to the party. I proceeded for vaginal delivery, and we tried all the effort. The neonatologists were there, their team was there. They tried to resuscitate the baby, but no way. Everything was effortless. And then by the time I went out, I wanted to communicate to the relatives and wanted to explain that these things unfortunately can happen. They had a large crowd outside the OT with police and all politicians and news media and everybody. And had I stepped out of the room of anesthesia, I would have been beaten up. I don't know, they may have killed me. And it was a very difficult journey. They filed an FIR against me. The charge sheet was filed after about 6 months. They filed in National Consumer. They went to CMO. They went to Medical Council, UPMC. Thereafter, Medical Council of India, International Child Commission. And they have got about 500 leaflets which went against me in the social media, on the TV, all the newspapers, everywhere that they could, they tried to defame me, which totally made me a mental wreck. At present, the case is going on in the local court of Surajpur, which is the district court, where they have put the charge sheet. Then it is going on in National Commission. From MCI, I got a favorable report, which they have challenged in High Court, and yet the hearing has to happen. So this is how I am suffering. I have spent a large amount of money. I am with National Insurance Company for last 32 years. I have got an insurance of 1 crore. But you know, their advocates are useless. Everything I have to do myself. I have to prepare, teach them, and even the judges have to be taught. So this is the sad part. Even in America, the jury has to be taught. There are sessions where the doctors sit with them, they teach them about the whole case, and then the hearing starts. But here there is no such system. It goes on for years and years and years, and every day the judge changes. So you really don't know whom to teach, whom to tell the technical points, and how to proceed in the case. So Dr. Giten, I want to know, if we take the preventive indemnity from you, so when the incident happens and we inform you, what will be your action plan?
So, Madam, as you had taken the advice in your second case from us,
Yes.
you know that whenever anybody comes to us in emergency, so what is our charge? So we used to charge now 70,000 to 1 lakh rupees and even more in individual case. So first benefit that if you will take this preventive services, then you will have to pay every year a few amount, and you can secure yourself permanently in all the cases, not only one. So presume that if you will fall in a problem in once in a 7 year, so you will pay that much amount only and securing yourself for a whole 7 year. Second thing, that whenever there is an apprehension or whenever there is a case or notice you have received, so whatever you have received, what action plan is to be in consumer court and what should be done if an FIR is filed against you. So in emergency, you need some advices, you know, that how to tackle these problems. So we guide in that. And most important, that we prepare document, whatever documents we have prepared, if you can share those documents with us, we can rectify it in the best way, best possible manner, so that you cannot be held responsible in any court of law. So because your document only speaks, you know, in your first case, I have read in that case that one judge has mentioned that you have not mentioned in your document that you have applied that a particular maneuver to deliver the shoulder dystocia patient. So, and nobody writes in the case paper that what maneuver they have tried. There are 10 different kinds of maneuver to deliver a shoulder dystocia baby. And nobody mentioned the name of maneuver. That is not important. The important is whether treatment is done or not in a proper manner. So such cases decided in such a way can definitely be countered by a proper advice.
Dr. Saab, if I have an insurance with national insurance and I take the preventive from you, then what will be the situation?
Yeah, we always tell that you don't change your insurance company, and we are not even keen to give you the indemnity services, because in indemnity services it is nothing but a kind of brokership in between insurance company and doctor. So we don't want to be a broker. Dalal nahi banna chahte. So what we want to give the services, that is we are interested in giving the preventive services to our fellow colleagues, and whichever company you have your insurance, you continue with the same, but over and above you can take our immunity or preventive services from us, so that will be always beneficial to you.
I would be a part of 200 people when you start the group.
Doctor,
Thank you.
शुरू तो करना ही पड़ेगा. We tentatively we feel about that. This is what it is.
Yes.
You know, we are now nearly 30 people have also done PGD and LMS course. So I think, you know, we can sit down with them and all intricacies can be sorted out. I think that particular part can be there. But I think, you know, what we're trying to sell is there is something like immunity insurance. How many takers are there? And I think, you know, for a peace of mind, you know, this particular thing should be sought by not only by gynecologists but any high risk doctors, where you find, you know, Dr. Gitendra is not only good for gynecologists, it's good for all doctors. Dr. Shakunta, you want to say something?
Ji ma'am, thank you very much for allowing me. Actually, as Dr. Pratibha ma'am has said and Leena has also highlighted, the most important issue when we have to fight a case is the negligence or the ignorance of the lawyers. You know, the problem is they do not know anything. In my case, I was overconfident about, you know, winning the case because I thought it was a malified case wherein I was falsely implicated in inducing a patient, whereas the patient had common labor. Now, my lawyer, what he did was, when he filed an answer, every time he will say vehemently denied and false and fabricated. These are the only two lines he would put everywhere. Now, since I was overconfident about my case that nothing will happen to me, it was a clear win-win case wherein I had done nothing wrong. I think this is and there is a second angle of sympathy towards the patient. So these are the two things: the wrong language of the lawyer, wherein the lawyer is not reading the case properly, rather than answering the things point by point. What they did was they just put up these two sentences on every line. And when this came to the DMC, Delhi Medical Council, the representation from my part was so weak because of my overconfidence that what will happen is that they will read the case and dismiss it in one go. This is what I had thought. Rather than thinking of on the line that I should be very well prepared to take up the question of the forum as well as the patient from the patient side. The words that were used by the patients were very, very basic and very impossible words, like the baby was coming out of the vulva-vagina and the gynecologist pushed the baby back. You know, the words used by the complainant were that the baby was pushed back into the vagina, and the doctor proceeded to do the cesarean section. So my confidence was very high and my case was prepared in a very poor manner. So this is very rightly said here in this forum, and why we are here as the ambassadors of medical legal forum is because, see, it may sound very much over the board, but please understand, when any one of us gets stuck up in a case, there is nobody to represent us properly, and it is only a medical legal expert who will understand your problem and will prepare a proper answer. Until unless you are ready with a proper answer and your documentation is complete, you will go there and make a fool of yourself. That is all that I want to say. Thank you so much.
You know, that both Pratibha and Dr. Shakuntala lost in the local medical council. प्रतिभा को तो यूपी वालों ने लिखा था जी इन्होंने मैडम ने घोर अपराध किया है. This was the language used. कि घोर अपराध किया है. And this is because that we have not got a proper lawyers to represent our case. Anybody wants to say something? Dr. Raj Bukaria is there. See, the question is, let me be very frank with you. When you're caught up in the case, Dr. Meena is also here. When we are caught up in the case, money is not the issue. You spend lakhs and lakhs of rupees for no reason. And still you lose the case. So I think, the time has come with a lot of difficulty. Dr. Gitendra has been motivated to take care of the preventive, insurance, what we call the immunity insurance. We need to work it out on this. This should not fizzle it out because, normally, it took him so much of time motivating him. Sir, aap ye kyun nahi kehte? You are the best lawyer.
Ma'am, I want to say something.
Madam, nobody can claim that.
डॉक्टर प्रतिभा आपको क्या कुछ बोलना है? डॉक्टर प्रतिभा एंड डॉक्टर राज. प्रतिभा गर्ग. Hello.
May I say something, ma'am, now?
Yes, Dr. Raj.
Yeah, madam, rightly said by all of you, including Dr. Gitendra, you, ma'am, and Pratibha, and Leena, and Shakuntala also. Ki yes, our documents are very poor. We are ignorant about the law. We don't prepare, and once we suffer, then we realize ki how important are the documents. How important is your first appearance. And the other lawyers who are not medico-legally expert, they know nothing, as said by Dr. Gitendra, and they make you fool. You said in your case also, the advocate, they usually don't go. And they just say, ki, yes, we will be going. And when you reach there, there is no one. And you don't know about what has happened. You don't know the reality. So many times, initially in my case, I know my lacking points. Even your colleagues, they don't come to help. Your seniors, they don't come to help. Except few people like you, ma'am. And then when you suffer,
you are singled out. Nobody helps. आपके कुलीग भी किनारे खड़े हो जाते हैं, आपके बॉस भी किनारे खड़े हो जाते हैं. आपसे बात भी नहीं करते, आपकी छाया के पास भी नहीं जाते.
And your hospital also doesn't support you. Whatever the years you have spent in your hospital, they'll never come forward. It is only you have to stand by to yourself. And the other thing, this immunity preventive scheme is the best one, if I know, because it should be started from the beginning. Whenever you apprehend, whenever you think yes, something has gone wrong, but at least your documents, which is the law, it is going to prevent you from the case. So from the legal issue. So this is the best option. We should go for it. But Dr. Gitendra, I just want to ask you one thing. Ki what is this, your BS immunity and indemnity? It will cover both or just the immunity service? Why can't we go to that?
Yeah,
rather than having the indemnity separate?
Madam, there are two things that we have two different kinds of companies. One is B&S Medico Legal Consultancy firm. So under that firm, we used to take up all the cases and all medical legal consultancies and everything. And the company which is for indemnity and immunity, that is known as Be Safe Indemnity and Insurance Immunity Company, these consultancies. So immunity is one part, indemnity is another part. If you want to take benefit of both, you can take benefit of both. And if you want to continue with your insurance company wherever you are already insured, then you can take only immunity services. So in the immunity part, the thing is very much clear that we are also attached with Oriental Insurance Company, and Oriental Insurance Company has clear-cut charges. That suppose you are taking 1 crore rupees, then 1 per mille, that means 10,000 rupees they will charge for surgeon and 5,000 rupees for physician, and they will add 18% GST. That's all. That will be your insurance amount, premium amount. Now, if you will compare this with some of the company who are giving you the group insurances, definitely group insurance will be cheaper. So suppose in MLAG or through Foxy, if you will go, then the premium which is 11,800 in an individual case with our company, that will come to around 6,500 or 7,000 rupees in these companies. So because they are giving you in group, so they are passing on the benefit to the doctors. So that's why we always tell that if you are having indemnity insurance in a group with some company, don't disturb it, and you take only immunity services with us. But if you don't have such attachment, then we can provide you indemnity and immunity both.
I will like, the people who have nothing to do with the legal aspect, how much money are you ready to give for immunity insurance? I'm asking Surjit, I'm asking Manju Barik, I'm asking Dr. Madhu Bhatta, I'm asking Dr. Ila.
Madam, can I tell one thing?
Yes, please, sir.
Yeah. For indemnity, see, indemnity insurance, whenever you will receive notice or case is filed, only then they will come into picture. So their services are very rarely required. So, but in our immunity services, even though you have not received any notice, even though you have not no case is filed against you, even then in day-to-day practice, you can call us to ask anything. Second thing, that even on apprehension, you will ask for our services. So basically, these services have more chances that you may approach us. So the charges of immunity services are always more than the indemnity services.
Sir, I'm asking one thing. I have taken immunity services from you, and 2 years के बाद मेरे पास litigation आ गया. तो आपको उस टाइम उसको कितना मनी देना पड़ेगा? ये मोटा मोटा पीपल जानना चाहेंगे कि 3 साल के बाद आया कि 4 साल के बाद आया, तो how much money we have to shell out?
Madam, sure if you are continuing with our services, okay, then for advisory no charge will be levied on you. But
डॉक्टर साहब इतना बड़ा पोथा बना के देंगे तो उसके लिए तो करना ही पड़ेगा ना डॉक्टर साहब.
वही मैं बता रहा हूँ कि for advisory there will not be any charge. But if you want in writing, in draft, if you want to prepare draft, then for draft, whatever we are charging to others, we can charge even less than 50% to our members.
Sir, secondly, people are not comfortable that आपको जो local lawyer है उनको ढूंढना पड़े. उसमें आप कहाँ हमारी मदद करोगे सर?
नहीं, हमारे पास भी मैडम, we have panel of lawyers, so we can definitely help you. And as you have said that you also know a few local lawyers.
I know that I can give you 10-12 lawyers who can be headed by one thing, and they've been working on this. So I think they will be definitely helpful. I think कहीं तो beginning बनानी पड़ेगी. दिल्ली से शुरू करते हैं डॉक्टर साहब आपके लिए.
Sure, madam.
किसी को कोई सवाल पूछना है?
Ma'am, I want to ask one question. Suppose we are already in the contract with some company, and then we change. So the indemnity insurance is with some whichever national or oriental whatever, that will remain the same. Otherwise, what services they are providing us, that will be changed to serve. So whenever there is a case which happened before we contacted Dr. Giten, so will he help us even in those cases?
Madam, from the date, retroactive date, we will cover you. So suppose you are becoming member from today. So today onwards, whatever case you will receive, we will not charge anything for that.
But suppose I leave those insurance services which I was already taken. So if past में कुछ होता है तो वो वाली company कहती है now you are not anymore with us, in contact with us, so we are not going to help. So ऐसे cases में हम पीछे वाले cases के लिए हमें कोई मिलता ही नहीं है करने के लिए. That usually happens. Suppose I am have a contract with Epic. So meanwhile बीच में क्या हुआ कि एक बार जब DMA की कंपनी आई तो उसने कहा Secure Now is a company which will all your cases and it's very good and ये and वो, तो हमने उसको दे दिया. उसी समय हमारे को नोटिस आ गया जो कि 1-2 साल पहले का था। तो एपेक्स वालों ने कहा कि आप अब हमारे संग कॉन्ट्रैक्ट में नहीं हो तो हम नहीं करेंगे आपका, और सिक्योर वाले बोले कि आपने पहले का केस है तो हम नहीं करेंगे। तो सर मुझे एक्स्ट्रा आई पेड ऑलमोस्ट 40,000 टू री-एस्टैब्लिश द कॉन्ट्रैक्ट विद द एपेक्स एंड दे देन टुक आवर केस। So I am very scared of changing one insurance to other.
So we are not recommending to change any company, madam. Insurance company you can remain with the same company. हम कभी चेंज करने को बोलते ही नहीं है।
सर यहाँ पे मैं बताना चाहती हूँ आपको, Apex I was there with them for 9 years. Then I changed, directly to the government insurance, and these Apex people did not help me at all. They said कि नहीं डॉक्टर साहब तो हमारे पास है नहीं, हम आपका कोई केस नहीं करेंगे। एंड मेरा फोन भी बैंक कर दिया उन्होंने, सुनने कोई राजी नहीं है।
Madam, you can sue the insurance company in such a case because we have recently filed a case against Apex only. They refused to give services to one doctor who was their client in between 2015 to 2020. But in 2021, when the doctor received the notice, so they refused to give services. So we filed a case against them and they lost that case because they cannot refuse for that particular period if they have not clarified that the policy is claim based or event based.
I will
डॉक्टर
just like
आपका
to
वो
make,
वाला पेशेंट तो चला गया दोबारा केस में, पर हमारे जैसे लोग कहते हैं हमारे ऑलरेडी केसेस हैं, एक और केस ले लो डॉक्टर साहब, तो इसलिए आदमी परेशान हो गए, बोलता है भैया दूसरा लॉयर लेते हैं, काम खत्म करते हैं। सो दिस इज व्हाट द पॉलिसी इज। सो टू सम अप नाउ, बिकॉज आई थिंक 5th again there will be a talk by Dr. Gitendra, and whatever comes in your mind, this particular meeting will be there at 7 o'clock on 5th, and I think whatever your new ideas are there, I want everybody wants to say I want to take preventive insurance. I'm one,
Yes.
Leena is one,
Yes.
Raj is one, Pratibha is one, many
Yes,
people
I'll
are
be
there.
there,
So
madam.
we will definitely make
I
it.
also want to take, madam.
I
I
agree.
also
So
want
at least now we have to see to it that the movement is created. At least we are 200 people. In 200 people we are there. We have to only shell out 10,000 rupees per year.
I just want to add one thing,
Yes, doctor.
that taking immunity from Dr. Giten will be beneficial, because even if we have the insurance with the government company, their lawyers don't know how to prepare the case. So Dr. Giten
Exactly.
will help us preparing, and they can
Exactly.
present and fight it in the court if Dr. Giten is not very willing to go into the court. So Dr. Ela, it is very
I
important.
think three things have to happen. One
Yes.
thing is we take indemnity insurance, whether we take through them, whether we take it directly from the government insurance. Second, we should not have any iota of doubt which lawyer should be selected. So secondly, third thing is that we must go for preventive insurance, and for which we should be able to shell out something like 10,000 rupees per year as far as things are concerned. And I think best of luck to everybody. And this is what you should seriously thinking about it. I think, and we will definitely help you, Dr. Gitendra, with the local lawyers. Whatever you have, we will have more lawyers. So at least people do not have a difficulty that कौन आपका जो आपने बना के दिया है, कौन इसको फाइल करेगा हमारे local courts में. I think that has to be sorted out. These three links have to be put together.
Yes, ma'am. I think that's.
I want 10 volunteers for this particular work. Please open your things and say that we will work very hard on this.
We will work very hard for this.
Leena is one. I can see Shakuntala is one. Pratibha is one. Raj is one. Pratibha is one. Who else wants to be volunteer?
Ma'am, I'll work
Vaishnavi says that she wants to be volunteer. Ila wants to be volunteer. So we will have about a dozen people. Done. So the next meeting will be on the 5th at 7 o'clock. Dr. Leena is going to circulate it. There will be a series of 5-6 meetings. So each and everybody who's now listening, आपके friends ने अगर सुना नहीं है तो वो अगली बार सुने. तो इसमें लगना है कि अगली बार सुने. वंदना, आपको कुछ कहना है?
Ma'am, I want to can we circulate in other specialties also?
Yes, yes, sir.
Doctor Saab, he is not only for gynecologists, he is for all doctors. He is one person who has not lost a case so far. Secondly is that, he's for all doctors. He only takes doctors' cases.
Ma'am,
Madam,
we can
today
share
I
the
put
link
this
to other
across
specialties,
to
the
the
link
other
for the meeting.
specialities. Hello?
वंदना ये
madam.
कुछ कह रहे थे आप?
Ma'am, I want to know if we can share the link to doctors of other specialties.
Yes, yes.
Yes. You can share.
Today I spoke to doctors of other specialities and they were very, very keen about it. So I'll be putting this because it's in the evening time. A lot more people would find it convenient to join. All my anesthetists.
I posted this in my GOGS group, the gynae group, and I'm going to post it to the IMA group today so that they attend it on 5th.
I think there will be series of meeting and Leena has taken a charge. Leena and Shakuntala has taken a charge. She will see to it that in Delhi and NCR, these kind of meetings are there. So the more and more get familiar. Today, the maximum number who listened was 75. So thank you very much, Dr. Gitendra.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Thank you so much.
Thank you, ma'am, and thank you, sir.